Rory McIlroy says Team Europe more accomplished and flexible than in 2023 as they look to win Ryder Cup in USA this month. World number 2 insists getting game in order more important than winning ahead of Bethpage. Watch Amgen Irish Open live on Sky Sports from 8 a.m. Thursday. Rory McIlroy feels Team Europe's players are more accomplished than during their 2023 Ryder Cup victory and are ready to achieve something very special when they take on USA at Bethpage. Black later this month. 11 of the 12 golfers who were part of the triumph in Italy 2 years ago will take part in New York, with the only change Rasmus Højgaard replacing twin brother Nikolai. No. Away side has won the Ryder Cup since Europe's miracle at Medina in 2012 under the captaincy of Jose Maria Lazabal, but McIlroy says Luke Donald's group can buck that trend between September 26th to 28th. The world number 2, who features in this week's Amgen Irish Open at K Club, in which he will tee off in the first round at 8 a.m. on Thursday live on Sky Sports, said, "I've said this repeatedly, but I think winning an away Ryder Cup is up there with one of the biggest achievements in the game, especially nowadays. There's a reason every Ryder Cup for the last 10 years has gone to the home team. They have a big advantage from the setup of the course to how partisan the crowd is. Team Europe more accomplished than in 2023, but I think the Europeans have a wonderful opportunity this year to achieve something very special, but it's going to be very difficult. Make no mistake. We know we're up against it. We know we've got a tall task on our hands. They have a very strong team. They're going to have a pretty raucous crowd on their side and on a golf course that a lot of them know pretty well from previous tournaments. I love the team that Luke has assembled. It's a very strong 12 players, and I think it's the right 12 players. You could certainly make that case that the players are stronger than in Rome. You could argue that pretty much every player is more accomplished than 2 years ago. Someone like Bob McIntyre has won a couple times on the PGA Tour and had a chance to win the US Open. I think when we went to Rome, you had some guys that were purely foursome players. Some guys were purely four-ball players. I think now we have more flexibility within that 12. McIlroy. I need to make sure the game is sharp. It's finished in a share of 12th place at the BMW Championship and then tied 23rd at the Tour Championship, where he admits he was unable to get all parts of his game functioning at the same time. A win in Ireland would be his 4th of the year after February's AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, March's Players' Championship, and then his Grand Slam clinching victory at the Masters in April. However, McIlroy says getting his golf in order is more important than another trophy ahead of the Ryder Cup. The 36-year-old, who will also play in next week's BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth, added, "I would love to add another W2 column this year. That would be lovely, but it's not a necessity. It would be great to at least feel really good about my game. I'd love to get myself into contention and at least be a little bit sharper then. I was at the BMW and at the Tour Championship. I figured out my ball striking, at least in Atlanta. I felt like I hit the ball terribly at the BMW, but I putted well. Then in Atlanta, I hit the ball better, but I putted terribly. I just need to try to piece everything together, and these are 2 big weeks to make sure. The game is sharp, but I think the only way to tell you're as sharp as you want to be is getting yourself in contention under pressure, the business end of things on Sunday. I think it's important to do that. It's important to give myself a couple of chances to win."